How's it going, guys? FlickFi here with episode 74 of my York City career mode. We're almost 3/4 of the way to the 100 mark. We're going to see if we can make it there by FIFA 14 time. I have been thinking a little bit about that, but right now I'm just going to be focusing on this season, and we're going to see how we do in this first season in the Barclays Premier League. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to see how we're going to end up doing. Right now we're sitting at the 4th place position, and we are doing pretty well in the Cup. We do have 2 of those Cup matches today. A second match actually against Liverpool. I was kind of surprised to see that because I thought we were out of the Capital One Cup, but I guess there's 2 legs, so we're going to be playing Liverpool again, and then we have another FA Cup match against Chelsea. So that'll be 2 really tough tests, and we do have 1 more Barclays Premier League match against Southampton, I believe. So there, I was reading through, I was just so surprised that we were playing against Liverpool again. You guys can remember we did lose that first leg, so we do have an opportunity here, an away match at Anfield, to maybe pull ourselves back and maybe keep ourselves in the Capital One Cup and put us through to the finals. We haven't won a finals match in the Cup yet, and that's kind of on my to-do list, win a Cup. And that would be kind of cool to see, but it's not the biggest concern to myself. I think doing well in the league is kind of more important, but unfortunately, Barini, the striker for Liverpool, does get the 37th minute goal, so we did hold him pretty well, but Barini did manage to give him the lead here. But it's going to be Victor Leonardo da Silva, our main man, who has just started to improve so much this season. He had a little bit of a spell where I didn't play him too much, but lately, since I've been playing him, he has been performing really well, and I have been getting him the starts. So he does tie things up before halftime, and we go into halftime able to give my team a bit of a talk and maybe pull ourselves for a victory here. But it's going to be Barini again, who's going to find Allen. I think that's Joe Allen, who nearly managed to make it 2-1 in Liverpool's favor, but no more goals throughout the game, and we do get the draw there. So we are kicked out of the Cup since we did lose that first match, and we didn't get nearly as many away goals as we needed. There you can see stats are pretty even, and a draw was a pretty typical fixture. And yeah, we're kicked out of the Cup, and I think it was Southampton who's going to be playing Liverpool. So we do have 1 more Cup match in this episode. It's going to be in the FA Cup against Chelsea. So this Cup, I think, is a little bit more important. In my opinion, the FA Cup is a little bit more important than the Champions Cup. I think that's what it's called, or the Capital One Cup. The Champions Cup is for the Champions League, I believe, and we don't have an opportunity to go ahead and make that yet. So there, in the last episode, you can see Gareth Bale was up for sale, and Real Madrid, no surprise there, is going to pick him up for only 24 million. That's kind of a cheap price. So I was a little bit surprised to see that. You can see the size difference between those 2 players. That's our center back, Herrera Perez. I'm not sure who that player was for Chelsea, but it always cracks me up when I see 2 players. That was probably their shortest player on the team, and it's just so ironic that we had Herrera Perez on the loading screen. But anyways, getting into the game here, it's going to be Da Silva yet again. Does a nice little, whatever you call it, Rabona fake, I think that's what it's called. Nearly gets a good shot off, but unfortunately the defense holds strong, and Ramirez here is going to pick the ball up for Chelsea. Nice bit of passing, and Juan Mata is going to finish that one just before halftime. Juan Mata, at this point in time, he's got to be around 30, and he has to be right around 88 overall. That's my assumption. But Sorrentino got the start in this match, and Da Silva there with his great shot on his preferred left foot. And that was also in the 45th minute, so we must have came right back and gotten a goal just before halftime to tie things up yet again at Stamford Bridge. So this is an away match, and those are always tough, especially against Chelsea, since they're such a strong team. There, though, we nearly get a goal on the corner kick, but David Luiz is going to clear that one out to Bertrand. But here on the counterattack, Chelsea was a little bit too far up, and we really do make him pay here. Mangala, I'm not sure what he was doing. Da Silva's going to run by, and he gets it on his left foot. He's not going to miss from there, guys. In the 90th minute, we get the 2-1 result, and that was a bit of a steal. Not sure why Chelsea was so attacking toward them. They must have really wanted the win, but, we end up getting the win, so that was a good result for us. Good win against Chelsea, and anytime you can beat a top team like Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City, even Arsenal or Liverpool, that's a good win for us. And there we did deserve the win, in my opinion. 7 shots, 5 which on target, and we had the possession advantage. So here we get into transfer deadline day, and nothing really happens. For our club, at least, you can see Chelsea going after the Napoli striker Cavani, and they actually do go ahead and sign him. But we get a transfer offer here for Jason Walker, our striker who hasn't gotten a start in ages. I go ahead and accept it because, yeah, I pretty much just want to get rid of him, and that's just chump change at this point. Back when in my first season, that was a significant amount of money, but nowadays that's nothing. But here, with 1 hour left, we get a loan offer. I'm going to accept that one, and so it looks like Torset's going to be sent back down to the Empire League 1 at Notts County, unless they've been promoted or relegated. And we get an offer for Ole Johnson, but since there's only 1 hour left, I can't go ahead and accept it or decline it, so nothing really happens there. And the transfer talks between I think it was Shrewsbury and Jason Walker do break down. So he's going to be staying on the club yet again, and he's going to be warming up the bench for our other strikers. So the transfer deadline day does end. The major deal was probably sending that Napoli striker over to Cavani, and he's going to be a tough test for us. 34 million is a hefty price. Kind of a lot in my opinion. You know, we had Gareth Bale who went for 24 million, and in my opinion, he's the better player between Cavani, at least at this point in time. But maybe because he's a striker, he is worth a little bit more. So here, showing you guys a quick squad report because, you know, I figured it was a good time since we're just getting past the winter transfer deadline day, and we have a couple good players growing. Chikuchi doing well, Sorrentino doing well, of course Bergamelli, our center defensive mid, is doing well, and a couple other players are just slowly progressing. You know, Joe Jerome +2, not too bad there. So we do have one more match here against Southampton, and we're looking to maybe get a nice win here and move ourselves up in the league table. I think I'll be showing the transfer, or not the transfer window, the table, the league table, that's the word for it. And we're sitting 4th place right now, just a couple points behind Manchester City and Spurs. They're doing really well in the league, and I'm not sure who was on top. I think it was Manchester United. But here, unfortunately, Cork will get the opening goal off a header. Nice cross there, and he just led it toward the back of the net. And Southampton were a really tough team. You know, they do have Gaston Ramirez, who is a great player, great young player at the start of career mode. But our team, you know, the effort was clearly there. We were really tired from that FA Cup match. You know, we're trying to get the ball away. You can see our defender going on the ground, trying to save a goal as much as possible, but they were just too tough to break down, guys. In the 49th minute there, they make it 2-0, and they were not done there. It's going to be Kayotake, I think that's how you pronounce it. Finds Cork, and he's going to slip that pass right under Joe Jerome to really seal the deal, and that will make it 3-0. So we do get the loss there in the league, but that's all right. We are moving on to the FA Cup, which is what I'm really happy about, and hopefully we can find our form again, maybe get a little bit of a refreshing break, and finally find the fitness. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode, and if you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, this has been FlickFi. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.